Happy Tuesday. I hope your week is off to a great start. Another episode of Build a Generation 1 Optimus Prime is coming at you today on Brickscale Studio. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that you are here for another installment of Transformer Tuesday. So last week we worked on the spinal cord, and today we are going to be sort of encapsulating that and building the lower body, the abdominal area of Optimus Prime. And we run into a little hiccup, a little operator error on my part. Got a little ahead of myself, so let's get into the build and you'll see what I mean.
Autobots, roll out!
Alright, here we are in episode 20, and we're going to be continuing the body. So last time we assembled the spine and got this plate on, and now we're going to be continuing the body. So let's see, first we need this piece, and this piece. Okay, and that's all going to go together. There's sort of this little slot here, and this is going to go on top and get screwed in. Actually, all five are getting screwed in. And those are our 2x6x8s. Alright, now you see, now this moves in there. A little fidgety, but we got it. Okay. Now let's put this in there. Alright, so this is going to go in like so. And this is going to go in like so. 2x6x8. In these four holes here. Alright, perfect. Let's see, and now we're doing our PM 3x8. Alright, and they're going in the four holes here. Okay, last one. Just make sure these are all tight. Yep. Now we're taking these pieces, and we have these as well. And then the bottom part is going on the pieces that we put in last time. Okay, that's funny. Oh, there we go. I was going to say on this side, let me push this back a little. On this side, the top part was tough going in, but this one went in easy. This one went in easy, and the bottom one was a little tough. Okay, now we need these pieces, these two here. Okay, and this is going to go right here. Ah, I see. And that's going to go right there. This is going to go, it's going to go in there. Just like so. Alright, yeah, we want the wires to go off this way. Then we are going to take this little piece, and it is going to join those two together like so. And we're going to take our little Allen key, or, okay, I'm not tightening that all the way. Alright. Okay, and now we're going to take this piece, and it is going to go right in here, and we are going in again with our Allen screws and more lock washers. Alright, just want to make sure this one's tight because I loosened it. Yep. All right, there we go. Now we're taking this piece, and this is going to go just like so. And we're going to secure that in with PWM 2x6 screws. So let me do that now. I'm going to do it down here on the table. All right, so we had 2 of those to do. One has got a 1 stamped on it, the other one has a 2. So let's see here. So yeah, this side has a number 2 stamped on it, and this side has a number 1. Perfect. So this is going to go right here like so, but then PB 2x6 by 6. But yeah, how are we attaching this? Oh, okay. And then this one is going to go on this side. All right. All right, so that's going to be a little tricky. So we got to go down in there. All right, let me just make sure both of those are tight. Yep. Now we're going to take these pieces. Also, by the way, these red pieces were metal. These are metal. Again, one is stamped number 1, one is stamped number 2. So number 2 is on this side. That's going to sit on like that. And then number 1 is going to sit on like that. And there's these 2 little posts here will fit. Whoops. We'll fit that just like so. And then this one will fit just like so. And we are going in with PM 3x8. And we're doing 3 on each side. So yeah, these 3 here. Man, these just go in like butter. I love this. All right. Okay, next up, we have this piece, which is going on just like so. And that's going in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of our PM 3x8s. So yeah, there's sort of 3 like raised notches and then 10 sort of indented holes there. Yeah, all of the indented ones are getting screws. 4 more to go. I've got those. All right, now we're taking this piece and we have some little fans to put in there and those get glued in. So let me do that really quick. All right, there is that piece with those fans glued in. And so I'm just going to set that aside, which actually that's great because they actually had a little forethought and had us glue that, and we're not going to need it for a second. Whoops. All right, so the next piece we need is this piece, and then we have this grill piece, and that is going in there like so. I'm not sure if you can see that. And then we have these 2 pieces here. One has 2 pegs, and one has 1. The 1 peg goes at the top, and the 2 peg goes at the bottom. So those are going in with 2.3x6 screws. So let me get those put in. All right, so now we have that attached in. You can see it like so. So now we're going to take the part that we glued, and I'm going to see if I can lay this down so you'll be able to see this. So we're going right here with this piece, and it wants us to glue this in. Yep. All right, let me put a little glue on there. I think that, there we go. All right, that is in. And then this says also that, yeah, this is just a push to fit. It doesn't say we need to put any glue on there. Yeah. All right, now we're gonna stand Prime back up again, and then we have one final piece, and that's going right here. 2x3x6. All right, so we have that in. Now, okay, so sorry to break in here, but don't do what I did and get in a hurry and put the spinal cord on upside down. So we attached the wrong end of the spinal cord to the hips, and so therefore the top of the spinal cord will not attach to the little bracket that we just installed. So I need to flip the spinal cord, but in order to do that, I basically have to undo everything we did in this episode, because that was the very first thing that the last thing we did in the last episode was we attached the spinal cord to that plate on the very bottom of what we built today. So yeah, I have to go all the way back to the beginning. So don't do what I did. But let's get back on with the build. We'll pick up after I've flipped the spinal column, and we'll attach it, and we'll roll on from there. Okay, so I basically had to take everything apart back down to where we very first started at the beginning of this episode. So yeah, that was exciting. Good times. Don't make the same mistake I did. Okay, so now we're about to attach this piece. Okay. And then we need PWB 2x3x6. Is that this? PWB 2x3x6. Yes, these little flange screws. All right, now, hopefully, I'm going to turn this because I want to see where the... Okay, so the wires need to come up through here, like so. All right, this is weird. Like, I don't even get this. Okay, so that is it. So I probably am not going to be able... That is the body section. Oh my goodness. All right, on to the Lego side.
Autobots, roll out.
All right, here we are on the Lego side. And if you remember last week, we finished this arm and attached the hand. So this week we are doing steps 324 to 340, which I believe is going to be Optimus Prime's head. So let's get going. Okay, so we went a little past 340, but I wanted to finish the headpiece. All right, so there we have Optimus Prime. That would be it for the Lego side. All right, so to recap, We got the arms finished, and we also got Optimus Prime's head on the Lego side, and then over on the scale model side, we got this body section attached, and also, if I turn this over, this is left over from the previous episode, but we got that spine piece in, which you didn't really get to see because in this episode I messed up. So anyway, that's where we're at the end of episode 20. Okay, so we got there in the end, but again, don't do what I did. Make sure that you check and double check the pictures in the manual and make sure you have parts oriented the right way. As if you follow World of Wayne, he's another creator that does these scale model type videos. He says, I make mistakes so you don't have to. So yes, I definitely made a mistake here, so learn from my mistake. Make sure the parts are oriented correctly before you attach them, and build like 10 other steps so you don't have to redo your work like I just did. But all in all, it all worked out. I mean, even though I had to redo that thing, it only took me about a half hour, I guess, to like take that all apart, flip the spine, and put it all back together. So, I mean, could it have been worse? Absolutely. So let's get into our summary really quick. So for the scale model, we had 20 steps and 30 parts, although we really had more like 40 steps because I had to do it twice. On the Lego side, 23 steps and 45 parts. And total to date, 656 steps and 770 parts on the scale model side, and 485 steps and 1,177 parts on the scale model side. All right, so we are coming down to the end of this build. We only have 4 more episodes, so obviously we will continue working on building up the body, and then we're going to be attaching the arms and the chest and the head that we've already built, and then we'll be building the weapons. There's an axe and a matrix of leadership that goes in the chest, and then a blaster, an ion blaster, or whatever the gun weapon is that he has. And that's it. So yeah, only 4 more episodes. Crazy. But yeah, this has been a great model so far. I've really enjoyed putting it together. And so be sure to stay tuned for the final series of episodes for this epic build. I'm so excited to see it finished. But until then, remember to like, share, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Plus, we're trying to hit those subscriber milestones and give away some free Lego, like a Star Wars AT-AT and the Lego Endurance ship, which is an awesome set with historical significance. So definitely hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. And until we see each other again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.